Right. Let me get these videos ready. This one I've never seen before. Let me just try to avoid the copyright. Oh shit.
Hi, officer.
Hello.
Here's my license.
Yeah, I stayed watching these DUI pullovers. Yeah, I became a pseudo guru with this stuff.
Stops being recorded. Do you have your license? Registration, proof, insurance. From San Francisco, huh?
Yeah, California.
All right, what are you guys out doing tonight?
I'm just dropping them off at home.
Okay, you know why I'm stopping you?
My back.
Well, no.
Oh.
But you ran that stop sign. You even act like it existed back there.
I went down the hill.
But you ran that stop sign. Yeah.
My back.
What are you guys out doing tonight?
I'm just dropping them off at home.
Okay, you know why I'm stopping you?
My back.
Well, no.
Oh.
But you ran that stop sign. You even act like it existed back there.
That's why it's called ninja shxt at Bimbos.
Went down the hill?
When you made the right-hand turn?
Yeah, down the hill?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's
Really?
up with that?
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought I stopped.
Not even close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it was like you could probably get away with calling it California stop, but you slowed down for it. All right.
You said a California stop.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 20.
20? Okay. This one's expired.
Oh, damn. Paperwork.
That's not the 22 one?
No, it's the 2020.
Gotta throw away your old expired registration, identity forms, and your credentials, and your. You get what I'm saying? Your old card. You gotta discard your old expired cards.
That's information. This one?
No, your insurance is expired. It's from 2020.
Do you want my card?
Yeah, the current one.
Can I show you a picture of it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Awesome.
Boom, got it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Here's this expired one back.
Okay.
All right.
I'll throw it
Do me a
away.
favor, just pull up there where it's a little bit more flat, because I don't
Can I
want to.
pull into a parking spot? I'm dropping them off.
Yeah, up there?
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it where it's flat, because I don't want to fall. It's
Yeah, no
pretty
problem.
icy.
Thank you.
All right. So, passengers, you're free to go. Like, if you guys want to go to your house, you can.
They wanted to stay with me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, Lauren. So, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Smell alcohol, okay? And,
You smell it.
yeah. Okay? You've had some tonight, okay? How much have you had?
Probably like 3 shots, but it was like 2 hours ago.
It doesn't matter. You're under the legal limit, fool.
An hour ago.
An hour ago? Okay.
Yeah.
So, why don't you hop out, okay? I want to do some field sobriety tests with you.
Right. Too stupid to understand. It doesn't matter if you took one sip. You already get a ticket. You're under the legal age limit. Okay? If you had an open container, you're still done. You're not supposed to sip or possess it. You're too young. Want to be grown, so hold this grown goddamn suspension. Hold this grown DUI ticket.
Step to Paul 6, I'll be out doing fields. All right, so Lauren, stand with your feet together, arms out your side like you're in the military. Is your shoe untied or is it tied?
They're just
Oh,
I
okay.
like them loose.
Oh.
Look at those hammer pants she got on, yo.
Arms out your side like you're in the military. All right, so Lauren, stand with your feet together, arms out your side like you're in the military. Is your shoe untied or is it tied?
They're just
Oh,
I
okay.
like them loose.
All
Sorry.
All right, so
Oh.
here's the deal, okay?
Yeah.
So this will be the starting position for each of the tests.
10, 1,000.
No. I'm gonna do the walk. Okay, so he did the.
So I'm not being physical.
Usually they do the leg thing last. The lift one leg up. The walk be the funniest.
But we did get her safe. I'm sorry that she did that at the stop sign. I truly am
She
sorry.
ran the stop sign. Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
There's no point in talking. We're good. We're gonna get her. It's cool.
It's okay.
Go ahead,
It's
please.
okay. Just be okay.
Okay.
And
She did some field sobriety tests. She didn't do good on them, okay? So she's under the age of 21.
Okay.
She's not supposed to have any alcohol in her system,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Let alone driving a motor vehicle, okay?
Okay.
She PBT'd a 0.1.
Okay.
That is very high,
Yes.
guys. You guys need to make.
So 0.1. Okay. It's not very high, but it's definitely above the legal limit. Okay, so that's a double negative. 1, she's underage. 2, she blew above the legal limit for an above age for age, the legal age motorist, right? So for us who got legal licenses, right, a state issue license, driver license, to drive, not travel. For us, the legal limit for alcohol consumption while driving is 8%. She blew 10%. So she's already underage, and then she blew above the legal limit. So she's like double reckless. Okay.
Make better decisions, okay?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
About to rule the youngest life.
It's okay. It's okay. And
I
I
didn't-
am
Did
sorry.
I make that decision to
It's
drive
okay. It's
under
okay.
the influence?
It's okay.
No. It's always the ninja in the background. Running his mouth. You dig? Just shut up, my boy. She was driving. She was drinking. Y'all ain't tell her, yo, you know what, Becky? Nah, you shouldn't drink. You dig? You're under the age. You get caught. It's a double banger. Because especially if you blow higher than the legal limit. Negro, you didn't do that?
It's okay.
I didn't
And
make that decision.
I am sorry. Where's she going?
She's going to Pullman PD.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's the deal. She wants me to leave the car with you guys.
Yes.
So it's your guys' responsibility to secure it.
Yes.
So roll up the window, secure it, take her stuff.
Okay.
She doesn't want any of it with her.
Okay.
So let me clarify that with her, okay? You can come over here, guys.
Fast forward. He's taking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when they blow it, it'd be the funny.
Let's get you in contact with an attorney. No worries.
No, I don't want to put myself over.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
You could set that down. Let's just go over here.
Hey, please, love George.
Just have a seat right here.
You can
And I'll
drive.
get you called. See, Rogers,
No,
let's do Rod.
There is a what do you call it? There is a high in drinking and driving, right? It's just fun to drink and just be rolling in the car, okay? But some of us should just get chaperoned, right? If we like to be in the car moving while we're sipping, we should have somebody just drive us around and just have a conversation. We shouldn't be the ones drinking and driving. But there is a high that's not spoken about a lot. That is fun, sipping, getting a buzz, and then driving in a car, riding in a car, or driving in a car. There is a high there. But we should definitely have some friends who are supportive, who understands that will have no problem just driving while we just ride. Okay. These people, I guess, don't have a license, or maybe they do. But there's no reason why she should be driving. right? If you got license and you know she was drinking, hey, yo, Becky, let us drive. Okay, if you don't let us drive, then you got to understand, Becky, listen, you're putting your driving privileges at stake, in harm's way, right? At risk. So if we get stopped, all we can say is we told you so. You dig? And this ain't even in the program. This is so rare. This is my first time watching this. But I ain't gonna watch it.
This is gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life.
Touch my face. I want to touch my face.
All right.
Exactly.
Oh, you are.
I know I messed up somewhere.
There you go.
All right. So the state of Washington comes up with these questions. I do not come up with them. Okay. They are terrible. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
still working.
Yeah. Alert. I feel like I might have ran to see where like everyone was trying to like
Right.
run to. You know, like where like everything was happening, and then
So let's get to some video.
he was just there on the floor.
This
and then
part of the show.
everyone was calling the cops, and it was just kind of like crazy. I don't really remember. Kind of,
Like
you
this.
know, like the adrenaline.
You see, I've been watching. You see. The red line shows you.
I kind of don't remember. It was just kind of
I
like
see-
a
I see
blur.
this bullshit.
I
Oh, I did just now. I didn't mean to. Okay, I did just now by mistake. This is hilarious. The following video contains. Oh, shit. Come on, let me read that. The following video contains violent, graphic content and foul language. Viewer discretion is advised.
They're your parents?
My aunt
Oh, your aunts? Where's your aunt at?
on her way. She left me. She's coming back.
Left, she's coming back? Cool. Do me a favor. Take a deep breath and blow into that, alright? Alright, do me a favor. Try one more time. Deep breath. Don't go so far in.
Is there a staring problem? Mind your business. What the fuck? Like,
163, we're 10-8.
Alright, where's your aunt at? You have her phone number? How old are you?
I know that didn't come up positive. I didn't take a drink of anything, so.
Alright. Hang on one second. Alright, take a deep breath and keep blowing. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright, we're... Yo guys, even if it's your aunt, she is of age.
Is she of age?
So this thug is underage, another 20-year-old drinking like the last one. That's a double whammy. Okay. So she decided to walk away from the police officer. You know what I mean? She's thugged out. Listen.
Chance to give me your last name.
Just be
Not
cooperative.
laughing at me.
Okay.
So he wants her last name. She's uncooperative. She's not going to give it. So you're going to see what happens next. You're going to see what happens next. Okay, here we go.
You can't lock me up. I didn't disrespect you.
Okay.
And you don't need to write my name down either because I didn't disrespect you. I didn't do anything to you. You're mad because we thought we were drinking.
Alright, I'll give you one.
Because your brother left.
Okay. First of all,
You thought you
you're
were
in
gonna come over
possession.
here.
Where's your aunt at then?
She's on her way.
Okay, what's your last
You could
name?
wait here. That's like you wasted your time coming over here. You could wait here for her.
Okay, what's your last name?
You don't need my last name.
Okay, that's it. I'm done with you. Do you have cuffs on you?
Yo, man!
Get over
Hey.
here.
Don't fucking touch me!
Yo.
Don't touch me!
All right.
Then let's see buck it up.
Yo, don't fucking touch
Yo.
Yo.
Don't-
That's it. I'm done with
Yeah,
you.
white
Do you have
privilege.
cuffs on you?
me! Yo, man!
Man.
Get over here.
Don't fucking touch me!
Damn.
Yo.
Don't touch me!
All right. You're about to get
Hey, yo,
dropped.
look how she bucked up.
Get over here.
Don't fucking touch me!
Yo.
Don't touch me!
All right. You're about to get dropped.
Hey, yo, listen, man. I don't know, man. This society got some folks behaving like they straight super thugs. You dig? Until reality kicks in. It's like, no, I know laws got you believing that you're strong. I know you're a superwoman. You're a Batgirl. You're all this Spider Girl. You're all this shit. I know laws got you believing that. Okay, we're about to find out.
Don't fucking touch me! Last name.
Okay, that's it. I'm done with you. Do you have cuffs on you?
Yo, man!
Get over here.
Don't fucking touch me!
Yo.
Don't touch me!
All right. You're about to get dropped.
Yo, don't fucking touch me, man!
Listen, if somebody threatens you and say you're about to get dropped, you should at least take that a little bit into consideration. You should just disregard that as straight cap. Okay, not everybody be capping. Some people, some ninjas be dead ass. You showed them by the, you know what I mean? We in a society where you gotta take all threats serious. You dig what I'm saying? This ain't one of those times where you should call cat on a threat.
Don't!
Get over here.
What are you doing? Don't fucking touch me, man!
Uh-huh. Supergirl ain't Superwoman girl ain't go, yeah, Superwoman ain't go out like that. Superwoman would have grabbed his arm and flipped him on top of his head.
Get dropped.
Yo, don't fucking touch me, man! Don't!
Get over here.
What are you doing? Don't fucking touch me, man! Oh my god!
All right, damn hair.
Done.
Fucking dickhead, get the fuck on my hair! Get off me! What are you doing?
5043, send me another unit. Skellings in the beach. We got one resisting.
No! I can't believe you! My hair! You fucking Get off of me! What are you doing? Man! They're choking me!
Skellinger in the beach. Can I get another unit?
They're choking me, man! Man, I cannot breathe!
I'm not choking.
Yes, the fuck you are, you fucking dickhead! Get the fuck off me, yo! Get the I'm
That's
not
it.
resisting.
Look. You see it? Look. You're gonna see a little feet kick. He said that's it. He threw some bolos at her ass. Straight, trying to knock her eye socket out. Watch this. That's what Matt said. Oh, like, all right, Matt, you come get some. It's gonna be worse for you though. You dig? She got clubbed, but it wasn't with the fist, but it wasn't like Mike Tyson, Tank Davis type of club. It was some Devin Haney type shit. You dig? But if you want to get clubbed, Matt, some David Haney type shit, step up. Step up and get served. You dig? So watch her little feet come out to kick, and then those paws, those Devin Haney paws gonna come out. Watch this.
They're choking me!
Skellinger in the beach. Can I get another unit?
They're choking me, man! Man, I cannot breathe!
I'm not choking.
Yes, the fuck you are, you fucking dickhead! Get the fuck off me, yo! Get the I'm
That's
not
it.
With your feet.
Get on the fucking Yo, back up. Back the fuck up. Back up. Back up. Get over here now.
You're not allowed to beat me like that!
Oh, you're not allowed to beat me like that? Yeah, okay. Well, you're not allowed to resist like that. And Matt is a straight simp. He's a straight beta simp, whatever that means. To even be friends or date somebody like this. Like when men date women like this, like believe me, there whatever alpha is, there's none of that inside of it. This type of masculine, shit. It's in her because it's not in you.
I'm a woman. It doesn't matter.
Put your hands on your back.
It doesn't matter. You're not allowed to hit me like that in
The
Chelsea.
real whatever alpha is, a real alpha man will help the police officers detain her goofy ass. Shit, I'll be grabbing her hair, holding her other arm. Like, yo, man, can I put the cuffs on this bimbo?
You're not allowed to hit me and choke me like that.
And every time she buck up against me, you know, let's say if they dating, and she starts to run out the mouth, I'll say, you know what happened last time at the beach? You run your damn mouth. You dig? You got submitted. Octagon style.
You're not allowed to
Grab her.
choke me like that.
Handcuff her.
You're not allowed to hit me and choke me like that. My daughter is right there seeing this. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not one of these little fucking bitches out here just gonna let you treat. My mom doesn't treat us anyway.
She's still thugged out, being beat up in front of everybody. It's why you know she's drunk or she's high on something. Fentanyl, something going on with her. Ice, meth, crystal, something going on with this woman. But she's totally thugged out. Right, you see that, right? So, straight up spit. Look at this.
You fucking dirtball. You white piece of fucking trash.
All type of felonies is gonna be thrown on her ass. Now let's get her this way. Let's fast forward.
Fuck off me, you white piece of trash. Fuck you. Oh yeah, now we got these fucking young cops who don't know how to fuck to treat people.
Hey, yo, watch the black dude response. But she start giving him the verbal, you know what I mean, fade. When she get a black officer the verbal fade, watch what he say to her. Classic. Like, definitely a black man will say shit like this. Listen to this.
Fucking captain as if he will give a shit too.
Good, I hope you do.
Yeah, I fucking will. Dirtball. No. Who are you?
I'm gonna be the one transferring you. Okay?
Yeah, will you?
I didn't arrest you. All right, so
I don't fucking care.
Who are you? I'll be the one transfer you. Son. Hey, I didn't arrest you. I don't care.
Back up. Don't touch my fucking father. That's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Hey, bro, he was sewer ass in the car. Yo, I love how they do this. Yo, most people who about that life, they're hard to get in the car. I can show you black women who are hard to get in that damn car. I can show you Hispanic women hard to get in that car, even Asian women. Look how easy they threw her in this damn car.
My daughter. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
You're all running cops. Where you get locked up to? What? No, tell me why you put a shoulder to the ground. Bro, she didn't even open the can. Listen to me. Nothing was open. No
Now's not the time to argue this, okay? Number one, you got a baby in your hand. Okay? So you take my baby.
That's my girlfriend.
You got a baby in the fucking worry about her, not your girlfriend. You can get that straightened out later. How old is she?
These two dudes just punched her in her face, though.
Yeah, well, she tried kicking us.
Right,
so
there you go.
That's it. Yeah, she did.
Hey, you can't kick you? Yeah, well, I definitely punched her.
I go to. Yeah, it's fine. I go to stop her for LO for underage drinking. She said she's 20. She had twisted teeth. She wouldn't give me her last name. So I said, hey, if you're not going to give me your information, you're going to be locked up. She tried walking away from me. When she tried walking away from me, I tried grabbing her. She tried kicking at us, so we slammed her on the ground. She kicked him. And then I hit her a couple times, and then I put her in cuffs, locked her up. And I came out, I was backing everybody up.
Well, why don't you guys walk? Take a walk.
You guys go inside then.
It's on the quad.
Round out the yellow.
Those are the quads.
97 input confirmed. Pennsylvania TL.
But she didn't give him his last name. He started tasting him.
Yeah, right. She caught that fade. She lost too, by the way. If anybody want to know, did she win that fade? Answer is absolutely not. Okay, so let me delete that one. And let's go. Oh, I watched the whole damn thing. All right, let me see where we at so I could. All right, now this clown right here, man. Oh my God. all the mouth. Look at the clown.
Blue bias. There's hundreds and hundreds of cars out here. We don't just. Again, if I write you a ticket for it, you can argue in court. You're absolutely going over 25 miles an hour.
Can you show me? Like, is there a speedometer?
Show you what?
My speed.
No, it's called we clock it.
But if you can't,
we estimate it.
But if you can't show me or tell me my speed, how are you sure that I was going whatever speed you're saying?
Because the Massachusetts general laws allow us to write tickets for speeding if we estimate that it's over the speed limit.
I get that.
We see cars all day going the speed limit or a little bit above, a little bit below. When you fly by us and it catches our attention like that.
Yeah. I just want you to know that whatever you're saying, I do not believe it.
That's fine.
Because after New England Ave, I came off a red light and I was stuck behind the
What
guy
red light?
in the
What
white
red
car.
light?
The red light right at the intersection before you.
At New England in Talbot?
No. And if it was at New England and Talbot, there was a big truck in front of me. And first of all, you're talking about right by the bus stop? Right by the bus stop in the bank?
No bank.
Where?
New England and Talbot.
I'm sitting there. I didn't speed at all.
That's fine. That's fine.
So I'm telling you, like, you're trying to tell me that I was in traffic when you pulled me over.
You were not in traffic, and I'm telling you, we stopped you for speeding, window tints. Okay, that person in front of you has nothing to do with this stop.
I'm telling you right now, because he had no idea.
No, he pulled over because when we put our lights on, people pulled over outside of the road. So that's why he pulled over.
He was getting pulled over too, correct?
No, he pulled over to get out of the way.
I'm gonna let you know he thought he was getting pulled over too, because I was getting out the way for you, because I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, I'm still explaining to you why you're getting pulled over.
Yeah. You're telling me I was speeding.
Speeding?
I clearly wasn't.
Window tints? Window tints? Plate cover?
I was going at.
Okay.
You're
You also have no
you can
seatbelt?
estimate
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Do you want to just keep arguing this?
It doesn't make sense. I'm just telling you, I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to be combative, argumentative or nothing. You can get me for the ticket.
I don't really understand what's going on with you. You're holding your hands like this and you're shaking, trying to argue this ticket that I'm telling you were speeding.
I'm explaining to you and you're trying to make it seem like I'm nervous.
You're literally holding your hands out like this, shaking.
I'm explaining to you with my hands.
Right. But your hands are sitting here shaking.
My hands are not shaking. If you want to say
are your hands shaking or are they not?
If you want to say my hands are shaking, you can say that.
Yeah, they are.
But obviously, when I'm in front of a police officer that's accusing me of speeding, when I know for a fact that I was not speeding, I'm gonna be disgruntled. I'm gonna be mad.
Okay.
Like,
I'm informing you why you were stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Right,
that's why we stopped you. If we write you for the third time, if we write you a ticket, you can argue it in court. Okay?
I told you that's fine.
Okay, but it's not fine because you just keep arguing. Yes, you haven't even given me a chance to go back.
When you first walked up here, the first thing I did was give you my license.
My boy, if you're driving dirty, you should not be that damn combative with a police officer, right? That raised the suspicion level high.
Immediately, you could have went back to your car.
I was gonna tell you why I stopped you, and you asked. I said, "What's going on?" You said, "You tell me." So I told you. And now we're still having the same conversation because you don't want to accept it.
Because I know I wasn't speeding.
That's fine.
You can get me for the tent, you can get me for the license plate, but I know I wasn't speeding. So
okay.
That's it. End of conversation. Whatever really on. I appreciate you if you give me a warning. If you don't, that's okay.
So now you want to sweet talk me before I go back to get a warning?
Sweet talking. I'm just keeping it real.
I appreciate a warning, but I think you're full of shit.
I'm just keeping it real.
So so tints are $250. The plate cover is like $35. I didn't even see if you have a front plate. The plate cover on the back is like $35. The tints are like $250. So okay? You know how many money tickets I've written this year?
Probably a lot.
0.
Oh yeah?
I don't write money tickets, okay?
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying that I'm always right and the driver's always wrong, but I know for a fact you're going more than 25 miles an hour. 25 is pretty slow. Most people don't know they're going over it. We don't have to keep debating it, but like we're sitting here on the side of the road talking about, I know I didn't. Okay. You flew by us, okay?
Right. So what that means is that you flew by, so the officers know he was going fast, but they really can't clock him because what ticket can you actually write him, right? Because the tickets will vary based upon how fast you were going. Okay, so he would have a fighting chance in court because it's like 25. Can you prove that? Like, and like his lawyer, a basic lawyer, eat him up on it. Like your officer, part of your training is to determine by your ears and eyes how fast a car moves. Yeah, so a lawyer would kind of kill him and drop it to something very, very small. But he just keeps talking.
All right, I'll be back with you. Hey, would you want to step out of the car for a second?
By the way, if they ask you to step out, you have to. That's the lawful order. And if you have a good reason, again, your lawyer can point that out. But that's in court. Okay, you're not going to win any street arguments with a police officer. You only win in court. You lose on the streets.
I got separate. I'm just gonna put this on the seat.
Yeah. What's could I ask?
I'll explain it to you when you step back there.
Aside from that box cutter, any other weapons in the car? How can you get that on the seat with you?
How come I do what?
How can you have that on the seat with you?
I work for a moving company, but
Where'd you like from me?
isn't this a traffic stop?
It is.
Whoa there, sir.
Yeah, we have to check people's crotches. They keep weapons and things like that in there.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Nah, well, you just kind of grabbed me up a little bit. It was
Do you
kinda
think
weird.
I enjoyed it too?
I hope you didn't.
You can go back there.
Okay, so they're gonna search a couple of things. Search a couple of things. Search a couple of things. Okay, they got him in hand. They might have found. Yeah, marijuana.
You demand your LTC? Do you have a license to carry?
No, I don't.
Before asking any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. If you choose to speak on anything, so the lawyer will be. Also, waive your right to counsel. Questions to stop at any time.
So you can't ride dirty with weapons, but also have illegal drugs or alcohol, because that gives them reasonable suspicion to search your car.
Can I call someone to come get my car?
Do me a favor.
No.
Just turn this way. Just put your butt against the car.
Cover transport.
Not yet. I'm just gonna make sure it's legit. transport.
Can I call someone to get my car?
We'll take care of all that.
I don't think you guys are really going to just going to tow it.
He's still running his mouth. Smart guy.
No calls right now.
All right. Can I just keep that so I can call them later? I can have the key?
So here's the deal. We're going to take you back. You're going to get booked and all that. You can make phone calls, all that, okay? All right. Do you have any questions?
Can I have the keys?
Can you have the keys? What do you mean, to give to someone?
Yeah.
Who are you going to give it to?
Family member.
Where are they?
They're 5 minutes away. I can call my dad.
Okay. We'll arrange that.
How are we going to arrange that?
We'll arrange it like we'll arrange to like call your dad.
Okay.
Right now we need detectives to take a picture of the gun and everything else, okay? All right.
While they're doing that, could you just call them up real quick for me?
What's up?
While they're doing that, the text is we're waiting and all that. While we're waiting, can you call them up for me?
Okay, did they find the thing already? I missed it. Oh boy, this guy. Let's see. Did they find it yet? Or they gonna find it now? Okay, so he like me. He rides with cologne. And I don't know what the hell. This is some cheap shit right here. I don't have this type of cologne. I got real cologne in my car. But he rides like me. Cologne, smell good. They got some both. But I don't ride like this. You seen him? He rides literally dirty and literally dirty. That's country service. It's literally riding dirty. Handcuffs? Dude got handcuffs in his car.
Halloween cuffs.
Why would you ride with cuffs in his car? Okay. He got handcuffs. What the hell? He just a moving company though. That blade and duct tape. Yeah, that's about right. Come on, Arthur. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. No. There's a lot in there, too. God damn. Blank label? What kind of prescriptions got a blank label?
Can you tell me what these are? You want to? Okay.
All right, like that.
Got the name for me?
Yeah, Jordan Williams.
Chris, you good?
Yeah, so we'll let him make that phone call. How do you
I can't.
Yeah, so
too. I'll give you the money afterwards. Just come and talk to them so they can tell you the information where I'm gonna be at and stuff.
So, sir, he's looking for somebody to come pick up his car. I believe he can, where it's at right now, I think he can park it legally. But he's looking for someone to pick up his car. Let me double check on the parking. I think he's gonna be all right though. Stay there. What up, man? Hey, I'm still with you. I think, yeah. So where he's parked now, it's like street cleaning on Tuesdays. So he will, with his permission, we'll just park it on the side of the road, and maybe you could come pick it up when you have the time to get down here. Yeah, he's under arrest.
Yeah, he's done.
He'll fill you in when he has an opportunity. Okay. All right.
This pumped up for us. See, and that's what makes the job that much toxic for our residents. What's the fucking for?
Okay. All right. It's B3. You can call B3 and we'll fill you in. Give us a little bit of time to book him, and then he'll give you another call then. Okay. Thank you.
Wait. Let me get you some food ready, okay?
All right, team, y'all going together. Going. I'll be watching if they tell anything. Honey from North Base went to that other dude with the short dreads, too. He's got it in his hand.
Don't you move. Don't move. Damn, get on the ground. On the ground, both of you. Yeah. Get on the ground. I see that crack right there. Get on the ground. Hurt, too, after him. Shut up. Put your hand behind your back, huh? Ah, Marie, bring it, Marie. Ah, Maurice. 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 You said you don't have anything on you?
Weed that I smoke, that's it.
You got what?
I said, number one weed that I smoke.
Where's the weed at?
Okay. Right here. Oh, yeah.
Someone pull us out. Make sure your screen's down and fits off.
So it says homicide suspect. Who? What race do you suspect him to be involved in a homicide with? Take a guess.
Yeah, make sure it fits off. Hey, make sure it fits off in the screen. Hey, get that gun. He got a gun. Hey, check your shit. Hey, get that gun. Get that gun. That man just throw that. Nah, bruh. Man, check me good, man. Yeah, we did,
So
man.
watch the gun he had. This is an interesting gun.
Just throw that, man.
Somebody throwing that?
The man just threw that right now, man. Who just threw that? You did. The man, I done had him to throw something. Y'all just check me. Come on, man. Romo, you know me. Romo, tell these folk you know me, man. Fucking moving. Bro, stop moving. Man, tell these folk you know me, man. Listen now.
Look at that little ass gun he got. Damn, nigga trying to. Damn. All right. Let's remove that. Next. Let's get some bimbos in here, man. Come on. Where bimbos? Oh, now this was crazy. This ain't a bimbo. This is a crazy story. This is not a bimbo.
You've taken 27 years of joy, laughter, and happiness and ended it in a matter of minutes. This is a monster.
27-year-old Elizabeth Candace Laird, who was
Yeah,
affectionately
overall, black society got to be the only people in America that welcome their pedophiles. Like, we don't out them.
called Candy by her loved ones, had a vision of dedicating her life to helping others. She was only a few weeks away from finishing her studies as a surgical technician and aspired to become a nurse, but sadly, after an encounter in an elevator with a career criminal and registered sex offender, Candace's life would be tragically cut short. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, also known as the Motor City, is a vibrant and historically significant city located in the state of Michigan. The city is renowned as the birthplace of the American automotive industry, with iconic brands such as Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler originating here. Detroit has faced challenges with crime, and historically, it has had higher crime rates compared to national averages. Factors such as economic decline, poverty, and social
Alright,
issues
come
have
on, man. Let's get to the goddamn story.
We pray for that young lady. It should have never happened. One murder like that is one too many.
Cockerham met Laird in the building's elevator, according to investigators. Chief James Craig says Detroit police worked with state and federal partners to find Cockerham, who was recently released from prison. He'd previously served time for rape.
Our investigators were relentless. They continue to work. In fact, they came in today on their off day.
Yeah, how are these guys getting out, serving time for rape, getting out, and can just go through the black community, unsurveillance, unmonitored, just freely? Nobody cares about his, whereabouts. Man, other communities, they be having pictures and everything, all type of stuff on a telephone pole, letting you know, be aware of this guy right here. This guy could be potentially dangerous. Our society, shit. You could be part of the Hebrew Israelites, you could be a Nation Islam member, you could be a Moors, a traveler, you're in your car, all type of shit. 5%er.
Following tips, following leads, and that violent, predatory, cowardly suspect is now in custody, a career criminal.
Cockerham is awaiting arraignment at the Detroit Detention Center.
James Quill Cockerham remained largely silent during his appearance via video for an arraignment in the 36th District Court on Monday. He was facing charges of first-degree premeditation.
Yeah, this dude killed her in the elevator. So of course he had to press stop. The elevator got the whole stop thing. He had to press stop. All right, so let's see what else is out there. That's some crazy. In the elevator killed her. He ain't kidnapped her, none of that stuff. That dude killed her in the actual elevator. Crazy. All right, some more ninja stuff. He started busing in not broad day, but in a well-lit area with police officers around. They start busting, yo. Your society is, this is your society. These are kings.
Get down! Get on 30 shots fired. Do not move! Do not move! Shots fired! Do not stop! Stop! I promise you. Drop the gun! 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 Don't move! Do not move! Do not move! Take that gun away! Take that gun away! Don't move! Do not move! Stop! Get down the ground! Stay down!
You just passed the stay down.
No, please help me. Hey, 47, are you hit? Please, are you hit? I don't know. I think my foot.
This is your communities, man. And you got niggas like Target Bay talking about they trying to liberate black society. Yeah, start right there. Start right there. There's all this fake liberation talk, making me laugh all down.
Okay, I'm identifying another juvenile. I'm showing his picture. He's 15 years old. He goes to Durant High School. And he lives.
And that's nothing. Like some years ago, we would think that's young for like crimes in our society. Wait till I show you that. That's nothing. That's nothing.
In Mulberry, Florida. What else does he do? He tries to rob McDonald's. That's right. So it's 1:30 in the morning.
1:30 in the morning. What is it? What type of money is a 15-year-old looking for at 1:30 in the morning? What is he gonna do with it? These guys be on all type of pills and medication, fentanyl. They're behaving like a crackhead for these drugs because these drugs are crackhead type level addiction.
And he goes to his stepfather's pickup truck and steals his 9mm Glock out of the glove compartment.
So the stepfather pickup truck, his dad ain't around. So you got black men stepping up, taking care of families that's not theirs.
Okay, stepfather, what is your Glock doing in your unlocked console in your truck at night to be stolen? How many times do we have to talk about this? So he takes the gun and he goes down to the local McDonald's. And he goes in, he's looking around the McDonald's and he notices a guy bringing trash out the back door. So he walks up to this young man, sticks the gun in his face and robs him. The young victim says, hey man, I only got $30. It's gas money.
Right.
It's my gas money. And at that time, our suspect says, well, what about in the store? What about inside? And he said, they've already counted the money. It's in the safe. Well, who's got access to the safe? Well, the general manager, and they're gone. So about that time, the manager is driving back to McDonald's until all of the employees are safely out. And she and her husband
15 years old.
notice a guy standing in the parking lot with a hoodie on, and it's very hot last night. So as she drives up, the guy with the hoodie has now regressed to the area of the dumpster, and our victim, the little fella, is scared to death. And he goes, there's no problem here, there's no problem here. And at that time, the manager pulls further down into the parking lot. The suspect then flees. As he's starting to leave, our victim runs up to his manager screaming, 911. He's tried to rob me, 911. The suspect turns around and fires 3 times at our now 3 victims, the manager and her husband in the car. And you can see the bullets and you can see the guns, and thank God he missed. But he did hit the passenger side of the vehicle where the manager was. So one of the 3 bullets struck the vehicle. The other 2 bullets made clean misses, and no one was killed. He is a very dangerous person.
Yes.
No one was even pressing him.
Right.
He could have fled, but he didn't. He stopped to turn around when they were screaming, dial 911, and shot and tried to murder 3 people in the McDonald's parking lot. We're angry. Now he runs off. Our deputies arrive, and guess what? Our deputies once again have to risk their life to take a 9mm handgun from a 15-year-old robber.
Right.
Did I say he was a 15-year-old robber?
15 years old.
Did I add that he was also now an attempted murder suspect times 3? So we traced him and tracked him with K9 back behind the public supermarkets where he was hiding in the bushes.
Great job.
And we arrested him at gunpoint. He still had the gun in his waistband.
Great job.
And we arrested him. We had to take the gun off from him. He's very dangerous. Now, he looks sad here. Now, I want you to know he's sad, all right.
Right.
He's sad we caught him.
Right.
But now you see also him throwing his gang signs.
Right.
He's
Because
cool.
he got away.
Well, we're going to ask the state attorney to waive him to adult court so that he can spend a long time in prison because he not only tried to rob the McDonald's, but ultimately he tried to murder 3 people in the parking lot.
Right.
Now, what's interesting about this, at the end of the day, he didn't take the $30 from the kid.
Right, no money.
During the interview, the detective said, well, why didn't you take his $30? And he said, well, he looked a little slow.
That's why he ain't taking
Well, he wasn't slow. He was scared to death because you had a gun in his face. He was panicked. He was absolutely frozen with fear because he was afraid you were going to kill him. And ultimately, you did try to kill him, but you didn't take his money. Who's this guy think? He's Bonnie and Clyde or something? I mean, I'm not going to take your money. I just want McDonald's money. But hey, I'll go ahead and shoot at you anyway and see if I can kill you because you dialed 911. Right. I've talked about this last week when the police officer was shot. And today our deputies risked their life again to take a gun from a 15-year-old. He's not a child. He's under the age of 18 doing a very hardcore, very dangerous series of crimes.
What do you think is going on with these young people?
I think they're not being used to being disciplined. I think the system's gone too easy on them. I think their parents have gone too easy on them. The parents didn't even know he wasn't at home in bed asleep, they said. But at the end of the day, he's out of control. They're paying more attention to rap videos and TikTok, and I'm going to be cool, and I'm going to be streetwise.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yo, thank you for reminding me. I'll show that next. Now, y'all going to be shocked because I'm hard on criminals and want to be criminals. Y'all going to be shocked on my response to John Moran. I forgot about that. I will. I'll show that.
Well, now he's jail-wise, and he's going to be locked up a long time because he didn't just try to rob someone at gunpoint, but ultimately tried to kill 3 people.
Did you say that he had a criminal record before? Or has he been arrested?
He has been arrested one time before for a battery, and I believe the charges were abandoned or dropped.
He probably hit his mom or relative.
Gang-affiliated people.
Don't know about that. We're still investigating the initial crimes, plural. He was a one-man crime spree last night, and those follow-up questions will be able to be answered later in the investigation.
Do need to be serving time as adult guarantee for facts. All right, adult prison, 15, 25 years, something like that. Right. Right. There we go. You dudes. There you go. There you go. You seen it. All right. Now, me personally, I don't think it's a big deal. Right? I just don't like this. The NBA got their own rules. Okay. NBA got their own rules. I'm saying for me, I don't see it as a big deal. Big. I don't see, like I said, NBA got their own rules. I'm not speaking on behalf of the NBA and their rules. I'm just saying, me personally, as a person, I don't see it as a big deal. Whether you show a gun, sword, bow and arrow, crossbow, fireworks, I don't see it as a big deal. Now, I understand the symbolisms behind it, because he's like low-key fake representing like gangster life. And that's not something I used to be seeing. As you see, a 15-year-old dude just robbed McDonald's. I'm sure John Morant's flashy gun didn't discourage that young boy from robbing McDonald's. It if anything, it most likely encouraged him. But I don't see. No. I personally don't see that as something crazy. That just, like I said, just me. You know, he's legally. I mean, I would think the gun, he got it legally. So he's legally, you know, just showing you a gun. A gun, rapping one of the worst rappers in rapping history. Lyrics, NBA Youngboy. They're calling John Morant NBA dumb boy. No, they call him NBA dumb boy. Yeah. So NBA got their own rules, but legally, he didn't do anything wrong. But legally, all of us got, I would like to believe all of us got employment, right? We're working somewhere. We're producing funds for ourselves. And legally, we could do something that's not illegal, right? But your company could say, hey, man, that doesn't reflect or represent us, what we're trying to do. So as a result, we got to let you go. It puts us in a bad light. So that seems like to be the case for John Morant. Hey, peace to the chat. Zane, Haskell, Keenan, Lovejoy, and everybody else who's watching without, you know, commenting. See. Okay. So that's my thoughts on the John Morant thing. Y'all let me know your thoughts. All right. Let me get my laptop chargers. These chargers, max, crazy. Crazy chargers. All right. So that's it on that. Okay, y'all seen the gun? Let me get back. Okay, well, I already showed this one. I forgot to remove it. Okay. Shit. Oh, I didn't mean it. Oh, God. More. Why is this in here? Oh, it's got this. This is the last.
If any of that.
So as you can see, they caught this guy comatose, wet. This is a bottle of crack bottle in his hand. This is a councilman. He put the car in a park, smoking crack. Nah, over there, eat, go, eat, go, eat, come.
Son, I'm just gonna pat you down.
Yes, sir.
Just put interlock your fingers. Interlock your fingers. Do you have any weapons on you?
No, not at all.
gonna stop. Try not to. Oh no way, dude! Really?
Yes, yes. I was just on my way back from court.
Bro. Well, Orestes gonna come check you out, man. I can't let you go. You were literally choking in your sleep. Somebody flagged me down about it.
Oh, I have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hand, so it's like.
Wait, sorry.
Listen,
apnea. Yeah, I'm sure that crack help. Help that out. Sleep apnea, but you got crack in your hand.
I have in your hand, so flagged me down about it.
Oh, I have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hand, so it's like.
Wait, sorry.
Listen, I have a body camera. Obviously, everything I have is recorded. You know that, and what I've observed is on camera, so I can't pretend I didn't. You know, so Orestes gonna come here, and they're gonna check you out. You know, as far as I know, there's no drugs anywhere, so I can't. You know, so there's not a criminal investigation. There's more a health or well-being check type thing.
Thank you.
Really?
But yeah, I obviously have to document it. You know. You can have that back.
Thank you. There will be no arrest.
What?
There will be no arrest?
No. Are there any drugs in the car or anything like that?
No, nothing.
Alright. How long have you had this problem, man?
It was a relapse. I've been clean for 13 years.
It was a relapse, but it is a relapse, not was. You're smoking it today, man. My man said it is a relapse. So I'm gonna show you what they found in his car. He said that there's no drugs in the car, right? What he said. Wait. Thank you. Okay, so he said there are no drugs in the car.
I mean, you're not going to be there all day. You'll be in and out.
I'm going to keep your wallet with me. I have your phone already. You want me to throw this stuff in the car real quick?
Sure.
All right. Just step on in here. I'll bucket you up. Oh, wait.
Who's going to come get that car?
This is a full cage.
What's that?
Getting you. Who's going to come get this car wrapped up?
I would.
No, no. Funny how they mute their body cam, or maybe the body cam was on, but they mute the audio for us to listen. Because I bet you a lot is about a councilman being arrested and how they're gonna give him a pass.
And then,
All right. Yeah, I know. It's not like I have an option here, man. Sorry. Let me know if they're a little too tight or anything. They can loosen up.
nothing in there?
I need this wallet.
No, you got anything on you? Anything in your pants or anything?
I got that.
Alright. There's stuff all over that car. When your mother gets in that car, I bet she sits in that and touches her face or mouth and goes down.
I had no idea there was anything like that.
It's all over.
No, I mean the fentanyl.
Yeah, you don't know what you're buying.
Yeah.
Did you buy that today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And
Yeah.
You don't, is the same guy you usually buy it from?
I don't really usually buy it off anybody.
They're not all honest people.
No, I mean,
once or twice.
yeah, but whoever you buy it from, if you continuously buy it from them, you know who you're buying it from. You don't know what people are putting in it.
No, I understand.
You know, they may have made that, but that's a big rock you got in there. What's that? A $50 piece?
100.
100.
Yeah, I just got back into this.
This is gonna listen. This is terrible situation. We're all in a tough spot, but we gotta do what we gotta do right by the numbers. It'll help you in the end. Believe me when I tell you. And you'll say to us a month from now, "Good, best thing that ever happened to me." That's what they all tell us. You can't go down this road anymore.
No.
God forbid we find you dead. That's terrible. You know what I mean? And you were down in the car.
No, I mean, I've been appointment set up for the 17th.
Crack will do that to you.
Yeah. You gotta get on a program right away.
No,
I look at you. Yeah. You're not the Matt Riley that we know. Trust me. And listen. Your health and your well-being is worth way more than any political career.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll keep it. Listen, we're not. We don't report nothing to the media unless someone tells them. So, and then arrest records are public record. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
we can do for the kids.
This guy is concerned with his life being in the public eye. And they're talking to him with the most care possible. A straight crackhead. God damn. That white privilege, man.
There's not much we can do on this. Unfortunately, if I was in your situation, I'd be in handcuffs.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying don't arrest me.
Yeah.
In terms of media for the kids, as much as
listen, we are only required to release what we release, and we have to release an arrest record by law, you know. All right, jump in before you. We just want to make sure we got to monitor you because you've taken in
I'm going to pat you down again, all right?
You've taken in some fentanyl, Matt, and that's we've got to make sure you may not feel it right now.
Now, this is the other half what I played last time. Okay, so I played some.
Our other top story tonight.
But now we got more insight. This is crazy.
We're getting our first look at the man charged in that deadly triple shooting inside a gas station in Detroit. We thank you for being with us here. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. 27-year-old Anthony McCrae facing charges.
Y'all worried about racist people and racist cops. And that's why look, it's the reverse. Like the psychology and the logic is just retarded. Black people think our worst nightmare is a racist police officer or a racist white guy somewhere, some car carrying racist, right? That we think that's our worst nightmare until you meet people like this guy right here. Okay? And white police officers, they think their worst nightmare is some black guy somewhere. But I got stuff. I got stuff on them too. Like, all right, you okay? You keep thinking your worst nightmare is black folks. And Chief X already pointed out that most of the bodies on police officers are white people. So both of us, black people and white officers, got this biased perspective on certain individuals, and they're being killed by the other people that they feel is not a threat. Look at this.
Charges of first-degree murder and assault with intent to murder after prosecutors say he opened fire on random customers during a dispute with a clerk. Sean Lay, live with more on this story. He does have a lengthy criminal history.
Now, you can take crime stats on face value. That's all you got, okay? So all you got is what you got. But what you cannot do is omit crime stats on face value over a pseudo hunch. That's what we cannot do. Like, all we got is what we got. And you could go off that and you could take it with a grain of salt, no problem. And you could like wonder, hey man, I wonder, you could do all that stuff, you know, that's human nature. But when you start to do your own statistics in your crazy head, like, you know what? I believe 30% of these arrests are false. I believe this is white media hiding it from the public. When you start doing that shit right there, you start to enter the realm of a pseudo. Okay, so trying to balance the scale yourself is going to put you in the quack zone.
History, Sean.
Devin, including felony gun crimes in his past, and he should never have had a
We
gun.
understand that the media can pick and choose stories to highlight. We understand that, but when you start to make your own stats, 15% of these arrests, they gotta be media influence. Okay, when you start doing that shit, you go into when you become Batman yourself to balance the scale, that's when you become Quackman. Okay, we're gonna call that Quackman. When you start to, you know what, based on our research and what I've been exposed to, there are more white people in the per capita closer to black. Okay, you got any stats for that? No, but based off this one video on Bias showed, oh shit.
In the first place. But follow me this way, because everything happened inside here. Prosecutors today revealing that the clerk was arguing with this alleged gunman on the other side of the protective glass here. There's 3 customers in here.
Hey, so maybe the media, you know, the statistics on white folks are kind of skewed, but black, maybe, but you still got to prove it. But here we have black people offenders. Now, there's one thing to show that there are more white folks doing these crimes or the offenses than what the media portrays. I don't think most people will even argue that. But if you're trying to argue the crimes for black folks are actually less than what the media purports, okay. Here you go, Quack Man. Like, show us why you believe so. And please don't do a young Pharaoh presentation.
Behind the glass, the clerk is able to flip a switch and lock these doors, turning this place into a death trap.
I don't know how the clerk is not held responsible. I just don't know. I just don't know how that's possible, man. I just don't know how that's like. What was the logic of the clerk to lock the doors? Like, why are there even a button that could, like, that's entrapment, that's false imprisonment, that's all type kidnapping. I don't know what state law allows a clerk to lock their doors with the guy inside. I just don't know. Like that's the clerk's not a law enforcer. Like that should be a charge. I've seen many stories like this. You know, now if the doors automatically lock, I don't know, it's a different argument. I don't know. But if you intentionally lock people in, like that, you have to be charged with something. And if a murder happens, like because you lock people in, and the guy, you'll see.
One of the men shot and survived. I spoke to him this afternoon.
Yeah, I was shot in the hand. I was shot in my side.
And he was shot by a black man, not a racist cop, not some redlining white guy.
I got shot in the back, so he shot me 3 times.
That is the voice of one of 3.
3 times. The guy was trying to kill him. He miraculously survived, like the miraculous birth.
Gas station customers not only shot 3 times, police say, by accused gunman Samuel McCrae, but he was also trapped inside the shop with that gunman by the gas station clerk. He does not want to be identified, concerned for his safety. When that clerk refused to let the 3 customers in harm's way out of the gas station, he turned to the gunman and pleaded for their lives.
And I say the same thing, like, man, we don't got nothing to do with this. Unlock the door. And the dude say, if you don't unlock the door, I'm gonna shoot everybody in here. I turn around and look at him and say, please, man, don't shoot us. We don't got nothing to do with this. I turned around and looked at him. He had the gun in the back of my head, and I put my hand up, and he shot my hand, and I ran from him. Then he grazed my side, and then when he shot me the 3rd time, that's when I fell and I had to play dead.
That gun.
This is the black man shooting other black people because he's mad at the clerk. The clerk was protected with a locked door and a bulletproof glass. So if you wonder why he didn't just shoot the clerk, that's why. He couldn't get to the clerk. Bulletproof glass and a locked door. And he probably had a weapon behind that door. Okay. So this guy decided to take it out on anybody and everybody who was in the store, locked with him. I mean, that's some crazy shit.
Gunman shot another customer trapped with them and shot and killed 37-year-old Gregory Kelly. McCrae was arraigned today where prosecutors say the clerk thought McCrae was going to walk off with $4 worth of items with a switch behind.
So he had $4 worth of item and the clerk felt like, nah, you got to stay in here till the police come. And when the guy threatened to kill everybody in the store, yeah, but as long as you don't walk out with 4 items, you're good. $4
behind the counter.
$4 worth of items, you're good.
Clerk blocked the door, and prosecutors say the clerk turned up the heat by arguing with the gunman after shooting the 3 customers by emptying his handgun.
The clerk is probably non-black, and he like you say, turn up the heat by arguing with him while he's protected. I got everybody locked in. He wanted, my man, in my opinion, he wanted people to get shot.
Only then did the clerk behind the protective glass unlock the door.
He ended up unlocking the door afterwards. So he waited till a whole bunch of shots rang out, people got hit, and then he unlocked the door. So it's like, so what was the point of locking the door? I could see if the clerk just said, nah, you know what, that's my policy. I'm gonna lock you until the cops get here. But he ended up unlocking the door so the guy can get out.
Letting the gunman get away.
After he shot all of us, then he unlocked the door.
Yeah, now that's some crazy shit, man. That's some crazy shit right there. I don't know what state that is, but Detroit. I don't know how the clerk. That's some crazy shit, man. Yeah, cesspool niggas, right. That shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. And usually, if you go to a store and the clerk is locked in, he locked himself in somewhere with a bulletproof glass, like you really shouldn't be in that area, especially if you're not familiar with the area. I mean, these guys were not familiar because these guys were familiar. This is their area, and shit crazy, man. But I be caping for these niggas. Like I be hoping nothing but death for these guys, and no justice. But I be marching and all type of shit, rioting for these guys. I'm cool.
A violent gang taken off the streets, and the 2 famous rappers who could be looking at serious prison time. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rana Novini in for Adam Cooperstein. And prosecutors say those gang members shot at rivals in broad daylight and then bragged about it on social media. At the center of it all, 2 well-known rappers from Brooklyn. Rappers shxt and Sleepy Hollow are accused of helping carry out violence against rival gang members in Flatbush and Crown Heights. Police say they are members of the Crips. The 2 rappers were among 32.
This is Black society, and y'all niggas think there's another society that's more of a threat to our lives outside of our own society. You got your goddamn mind. 32 members charged, 140 count indictment, 12 shootings, 1 murder.
2 alleged gang members charged today in a 140 count, which say this is one of.
But the dude right here gonna get shot and die. See, my pointer is just pay attention to him. There's a whole bunch. It did a drive-by. Watch this.
12 shootings and 1 murder, which was caught on camera. Investigators say this is one of the gang's crimes, a deadly drive-by shooting where the suspects pulled up.
Look at my 15 niggas out there. I mean, just 15 gang members just terrorizing the neighborhood. And don't you dare like walk past them on the same side of the street. You got your fucking mind. They cross the street, and even you cross the street, they eyeing you like a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Screwballing the hell out you.
Started firing at rival gang members. People start to run down the street at the top of your screen there. 1 person was killed in this incident, 5 others injured. News 4's Mark Santia is live at the Brooklyn waterfront. And Mark, prosecutors are saying that this gang violence stretched even beyond Brooklyn.
Yeah, Ram, along with 30 other alleged gang members, ordered, orchestrated, and wreaked havoc across the area.
These are no small-time rappers. Sleepy Hollow,
On one song, upwards of 125 million YouTube views.
Black folks love to hear about themselves getting terrorized, lynched, murdered without justice. We love hearing that shit about each other. We love hearing how somebody did us wrong and there is no justice. We love to hear that shit. 125 million views of a nigga talking shit about other black people by killing them.
Chef G, upwards of 42 million YouTube views.
Chef G
40 million views. Listen to this.
Used a lot of the money that he earned to help facilitate further gang activity.
Prosecutors say that includes this mass shooting in Brooklyn, where one person was killed, 5 others injured. District Attorney Eric Gonzalez said Chef G ordered the hit and then, as a reward, ordered up a fancy dinner at a Manhattan steakhouse.
Shit, goddamn mafia. I mean, these guys really living a fake life.
G takes the shooters from this incident and some other gang members for a very lavish, expensive steak dinner where they celebrate the score against their rivals.
Police say different gangs joined forces to take on other gangs, leaving several people injured, including innocent New Yorkers caught in the crossfire.
We are not going to give up. We're not going to surrender our streets to violence. No longer will we stop.
And you know, when they had that crime bill, that right there, I'm not the crime bill, I'm sorry. When they was really doing that, stop and frisk, you ain't had this problem. That stop and frisk resolved that shit. Niggas were afraid as hell to walk outside with a roach of marijuana, let alone a damn gun. Now look at them. The community complained. The community wants solutions. Solution come with an iron fist, and then we complain and like, no, my mom, baby, ain't do nothing wrong. Okay, we'll take it off. Gotta keep murdering each other because y'all ain't in our community. Okay, y'all don't want a solution? Go ahead, take each other off. We'll just sit back and do bullshit detective work. And you see that going on now, but they are starting to crack down because they're shooting in broad daylight and innocent shoppers are getting hit. Okay. All right, so let's see what else is out there. Let me eliminate this. What else is out there? Oh, this is funny as hell. Turk Nasheed, he got beat up. Oh, he got beat up by a white guy.
What's your name? Q's room? I think that's your name. Q. Hop on, brother.
Because of all of the.
So this one, he didn't necessarily get beat up, but he got trolled pretty good. Here, he let this white guy speak, and it was like kind of like flaming each other. And the white guy was a little funny. He was playing some type of audio, like some type of like audio that was like perfect for like talking for him. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, I don't know how he did it, but it was definitely some voice changer type shit. And it was, I'm gonna play it. You can tell it kind of bothered Terry. All right, give me a second. Second. Wait. second. God damn. All right. All right. So I believe he won this troll competition they had. This white guy won it. It was kind of funny, man.
The losses that they're taking, and we thought justice.
Black. I can tell you're black. Now, why are you sitting here trying to pretend to be a white person? Explain.
I'm not black. I'm white as shit. You fucking. You think I'm black? You fucking. I'm. Hey. Let me.
Yeah, are you white? Let me
I think he's playing like sound bites.
do a test. Are you? Let me see if you're white. What happened on the
Add me on
season finale
Snapchat.
of?
True or.
Listen, no. No, I'm not about to promote your Snapchat. It probably has bussy stains on there. Okay, I'm gonna give you a white man test. What happened on the season finale of Golden Girls?
I fucking raped a black bitch on the season finale of Gold.
Okay, so I guess that is
No,
real.
you
It's
didn't.
not.
No.
I said it like I don't know. So it ain't sound bites. No, but there was one where a guy was definitely using sound bite. So I'll go to that. So let me see.
Explain what happened.
Who thinks just because you're kind of funny that you're just as good.
Bro, he's not a white man. He's
It's probably the next guy, by the way.
He's somebody who got roasted. Lord, if you don't stop.
You're fucked.
I drive a Corvette. I'm not. You have to believe me. Get off my phone, Dante. I'm not no fucking Dante. I'm a honky.
Yo, listen to me, you stupid fucking nigger. Listen.
Yeah. So this guy's definitely using like sound. Okay, this is the guy. This is hilarious.
I'm not with a huge cock. Don't fucking believe it. I know my voice sounds weird, but I'm a really cool, rad white guy.
Tyreek, how big was your grandfather's asshole after he got buck broken, you fucking dumb nigger?
That's the one right there. Yo, that right there. Yo, I know Tariq that she was mad at her. Yo, he said, how big was your grandfather ass when he got bucked? He said, how big was your grandfather ass when he got buck broken? Yeah, that was funny, yo. That was funny. One more time, man. One more time. Oh my God. I was hollering when I heard that shit.
How big was your grandfather's ass?
White guy.
Tyreek, how big was your grandfather's asshole after he got buck broken, you fucking dumb nigger?
Yo, listen, man. Listen. Tyreek, he's good at roasting some of these guys. But there's a couple times, I think it was an African guy got at Tariq one time. It was pretty funny. Yeah, like you take a risk when you always think you're the funniest guy in the room. Oh my God. That I was hollering when I heard that. I'm like, yeah, I know I was mad. So I'm like, I know he's mad, bro. Because I'm mad when he said that. All right, what do we have next? Okay. King Von's little sister. Now she's a rapper. I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I watched the part that was interesting.
500 to like 700 the most.
Okay. And I know you probably pocketing money on the job and shit too.
Yeah, I used to be doing little shit. It's like you have to do what you gotta do. Like shit.
Yeah. So boosting, right? Like explain like the whole boosting part. Like, did you gain like a clientele? Was it like certain things you had?
I didn't know Trump. Wait, what did Trump do? So he said mentally ill people could get guns? You sure? That shit sound crazy.
To steal for the clients? Like, how does that whole thing work? Like,
Yeah, when you stealing this shit, like, okay, like around school time, they was really cheap for their kids. My friend over here, she still, so she know they be real cheap for the kids. Like when it's come for the kids, they
Little hood booger back here.
fucking cheap. But I used to be like, okay, you're not spending $500 or more. Like I'm not getting this kid order because sometimes I used to do kids orders or like the Nike section bid too.
That's too far.
so how she raised you, or
Okay, all right. So now here is the question. So now, if y'all seen when I played or went live, and I showed you that King Von mother is for the streets, and so is FPG Duck's mother. Okay, this is why like they pretty much harbored like they pretty much cultivated their sons to be murderers and to die by murder. Like they was in on it. It's crazy to say, but listen, she gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like, and after that shit, she ended up telling me shot town with my daddy before he passed away, and my mama would have let me know he was in the hospital. Like they didn't even tell me until the day he passed away.
was he sick?
No, he had got shot.
So her dad got murdered, right? He got shot, and her mom didn't even tell her that her dad's in the hospital, on the deathbed, basically. She gonna wait till her father actually died to let her know that her father was shot. So she looking like, yo, your father dead. Like, really? What you mean? Like, yeah, he dead. What happened to him? He got shot. She thinking today, like, when? Like, what time? Oh, nah, last Friday. Like, wait a minute. What you mean last Friday? Like, how that? I would have known. Like, how did I not know he was shot last Friday and he was in the hospital until today, till he died? Like, wait, what? So listen.
He was real known in Chicago. He got shot.
Yeah, sorry about that. So how did you figure out? Like you said they were trying to hide it from you.
Yeah, my grandma, she ended up telling me. My mama was trying to hide it from me. Then my grandma, she ended up telling me because I guess
you see this type of weird shit with these mothers? So the mother was purposely trying to hide it from her. Like, I mean, on some evil shit, like not protecting her feelings, like on some vindictive, like hateful, I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you, like on some shit like that. One like she was protecting her feelings, but you gonna hear.
I had kept asking the shit. And after that shit, we had to go to the funeral and all that. So it was like
I haven't finished watching this interview. I'm gonna watch it all. Let me put this link in the chat in case one of you guys want to watch this. Your damn self. I can't say if it's good or bad because I haven't really watched it all.
Find out regardless, but
yeah. And you and your mom, you said that your grandma raised you.
Yeah.
What's your relationship now with your mom? Like, do y'all see eye to eye or?
No, we don't see eye to eye. It's just like when we cool, but we don't see eye to eye at all.
And from my experiences, which is not a lot, usually when a mother and daughter don't see eye to eye, on some black shit, some hood shit, the mother is normally out of control. Like it's not even the daughter. It's normally the mother can't settle down. But listen to her story.
Is it because of, how she raised you or?
I don't know. She just, let me see how I can say this. She kind of stuck in her ways.
She's stuck in her ways. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say we act alike. So maybe that's the reason. Like she's still.
So yeah, of course, you're a daughter, so you're gonna learn. Your only example was your mother, so obviously you're gonna learn your mother ways.
Still want to be young and stuff.
Hold up.
So she's like, say we act alike. So maybe that's the reason. Like she still want to be young and stuff.
You still want to be young and stuff. Kevin Samuel said that. He said these old heads women Now, men in Black society don't do this. Like older men like myself, we don't try to compete with younger guys at all. Zero. We're in two different lanes. But older women, we try to compete with the younger women in Black society. So she said it herself. She's still trying to be young. Go ahead. Old as hell, but trying to be young. Grown ass daughter. But she's trying to compete with her daughter. Go ahead.
Let me see how I can say this. She kind of stuck in her ways. A lot of people say we act alike. So maybe that's the reason. Like, she still want to be young and stuff. So she's like, it's not no time for that. Nowadays, like, it's just be a mom, be a grandmother to your grandchildren and stuff like that.
You're a grandmother. You act like you don't got kids. You act like we're sisters. And that's why I saved this one right here. Just for that. Just so y'all can see that yourself. Like, trying to be young, I tell you, she's for the streets, man. Old as fuck. Trying to be down, trying to be hip, trying to talk to young niggas. Like, I ain't talking about dating where I'm saying, like, just to have an ear to the streets. You know, trying to act like she the cool mom. Big. Probably smoking weed with the kids. Probably popping fentanyl pills with the kids. That type of shit. Throwing up gang signs, claiming street gangs.
It's like she's stubborn too. Like, she be stuck in her ways. She's stubborn with, like, I feel like as a mother, you shouldn't be like that with your kids.
So how did it affect you growing up, not really, having your mom and your dad in your life, every day? Did that affect you?
It probably did, because it's like when I was growing up, I used to stay in trouble. So you never know as a kid, like, how something affects you. Like, you don't let it show. I was still raised good. Like, I got whatever I want. I was still like one of them girls. Like,
That's
I would have rather to have my
mom. It's not called raising good. You were not raised good. I mean, like you just said it. Like, you were raised terrible. Your grandma had to raise you, and grandma ain't got time to be trying to be like on point like your biological mom. That ain't gonna happen. Grandmas don't do that.
mom and dad present than me staying with my grandma. But it's like, hey, shit happened. It happened, and I don't really care too much.
Well, you do, because your brother did.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
On my mom's side, I got my sister and my brother, Tati and Eddie. Then on my dad's side, it's me, Sanaya, Davon, Walter, Dominique, Autumn, Mark. Did I say Walter? And Walter. That's all I know of. It's other people coming out saying, "Oh, we're your sister and brother." Like, it's like I didn't know them, so it's just like, if you want together when my dad got us together, I don't claim them at all.
Yeah. So you and King Von, y'all share the same mother?
Daddy.
Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so do you remember him growing up?
Yeah. Me and Von had to fight everything. I used to fight everybody. Yeah, I was out with my brother growing up and stuff like that.
All right, so that's it on that one. Before I get flagged or priority and flag. All right. Let me leave that one alone. Let me go to something else. Let me go somewhere else. Oh boy. All right. Let me go somewhere else. What else we got on the Ninja show featuring Bimbos? Hey, stop it. No. Featuring Bimbos. What else we got? Oh, this right here is just crazy, yo. Look at this shit right here.
The 14-year-old girl, Brother Cavity, allegedly. Could you have been trying to give her an orgasm from her throat chakra, allegedly? Brother Cavity Loke? See, you motherfuckers are so woke, you are dumb. You are asleep. Right? Could you have been trying to give that 14-year-old girl the special throat chakra orgasm? Brother Cavity Loke? Everything in this video checks the weirdo box. Everything, when we watch this video in a couple of seconds, this motherfucking looks weird to me.
Yeah, he looks very disturbed, man.
This don't look like something I would want to be a part of. But let's make it bigger. Let's watch it together, right? He's making a woman orgasm without touching her. Let's look at it.
About sex, but the truth of the matter is bliss comes on its own. First, you got to let go of your suffering unconditionally. That's right. You got to not even care what the rest of the world thinks about what you're going through. Because you know you're unloading, you're unburdening yourself, you're getting rid of years of stuff that you've been carrying around wondering is there ever going to be a day. But I had to let it go. So the brothers see the orgasm. They don't see me being around with these women.
Glad to be part of Brother Polite's channel. This is his new Covenant website. You see it right there. This is his member, Shantam Nitiyama Tandrik Mongoose. Oh, shit.
So through all the stuff they got to go through to come back to me as human.
Why is he showing this? Is he teaching classes? Yeah, he got to be teaching classes how to do this. Like, what's the point of showing this? Man would want to do this. It's like, yeah, that's not the way I want to do that. I'm trying to get rid of it right now. Oh, matter of fact,
I'm gonna start crying in a second.
Yeah, some of these tabs are for this show. Yeah, to be honest, some of these tabs are for this show, and I'm gonna get to them. These three right here specifically. All right.
Making her have an orgasm with his hands. Let me tell you something. I'm a freak.
Yeah. How do they do this right here? Like, I wish I could do that. I'll go on camera if I could do this right here. That's dope. I want to be out of the way of the video. Like, what software is this? Somebody help me out. What software is this where you can do like a little you but still play the video?
Love sex. Had a lot of sex in my life. I ain't never made a woman orgasm by just running my hands over her. I need to learn that, man. I've never heard of no shit like that before, that you could just rub your hands over someone and boom, they just start orgasm. That's weirdo shit. Polite. In my book, right? Boom, we got a box. Motherfucker, that checks the box of being a weirdo. Right? Right? That checks the weirdo box to me. Man, ooh, ooh. And then he starts crying. And she's just sitting there and she's moving. Motherfucker, that's weird shit to me. That checks the box of being a motherfucking weirdo pervert to me. Oh, I ain't, come on, Si, you know me. I'm just with a bunch of big booty, voluptuous women. You know, I don't get down like that. Motherfucker, that's weird to me. A new covenant, this is the type of shit that New Covenant's into. Don't tell me that I'm embellishing and I'm making it up. That's a cult. If you can't see that that's a sex cult, what does that have to do with liberating black people? How is that going to, how is rubbing your hands over a woman and releasing that chakra helping black people? Is that going to stop Tamir Rice from getting gunned down? And then you going to sit there because you gullible. You going to go, oh, okay, yeah, you can touch me. And then before you know it, he's doing all kind of freaky deek perverted shit to you. That's trainings to sleep with him. Let's read that line again. They describe a sex cult environment where Nitiyama's inner circle of women, wives, recruit other women to have sex with him and pressure women during trainings to sleep with him. So this is how they use polygamy to be predators, because they go get other women, right, who's in on it, and then they build a bond with you. The women build the bond with you, and this is how they get close to your children. This is how they get close to you. And then they get you alone, and they rape your kids, and they rape you, or they drug you, because they say we doing new age stuff. Drink this potion. Drink this herbs, right? Because they're an herbalist. Polite's an herbalist, right?
Sure.
So they concoct some herbs and then boom, your ass fall asleep.
Watch the next one.
And then next thing you wake up, you got semen and DNA all over you. Right? He's curing diabetes, man. He's using the Dr. Sebi diet. Right? Giving you that alkaline, giving you those herbs, that potion, gonna cure that diabetes up, cure your lupus. Wow.
Shot.
And before you know it, boom, you knocked out. He gonna cure you, all right. He gonna give you the cure. They're gonna give you that cure. And you don't, man, Polite's a genius. Yeah, you know what? Polite is a genius at making you motherfuckers look as dumb as you look. I give him that. He has definitely, Polite has given me a new perspective on a majority of you so-called conscious back to Africa, red, black, and green B1 Pan-Africanists. Goddamn. I always held you in low regard. Now I
did not know this ever existed. That's why it's good to like watch other people's stuff. And I probably never knew it existed because I was focused on watching Polite stuff on his channel. I wasn't probably interested in other people on the channel. And that's how I missed this one.
Look at you motherfuckers down here, right? You gonna let a guy say he's an herbalist come give you some herbs and you pass out and go to sleep, right? But you gonna tell me I'm a coon, right? Let's listen, pass out and go to
Next
sleep.
line is he teaches that AIDS and sexual diseases are an illusion, so he doesn't use a condom. Oh my, yeah, he teaches that AIDS and sexual diseases are an illusion, so he does not use a condom. Wow. Oh my God. He lives in Australia in a home with 10 women who service him sexually and work for free. He says several crazy women have lawsuits against him and he'd be arrested if he returned to the U.S. to the point. Wow.
Right? But you're going to tell me I'm a coon. See, you're talking to someone that's highly intelligent. You're not talking to no fool. Could that be what you was doing in that hotel room, that 14-year-old? Could you have been trying to activate the chakra, the throat chakra? And you people, you new age spiritual people, you said, oh man, these people, they teaching you some new age information. Wow. I don't want none of your new age information. Right? Now, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. They don't look like a cult. They organize. Yeah. Organized group of weirdos and perverts and pedophiles. They organize. They are organized to come after you. They organize. So when you see these people commenting in here, right? These are the people. Oh.
And this is not limited to New Covenant. You'll see this really prevalent in the Hebrew Israelite community, big time. You'll see it in the Moorish to some degree, but I would say the Europeans and the Hebrew Israelites are like neck and neck, and who's the worst? Hebrew Israelite communities and the European type communities probably are far the worst because I'm sure it's probably in the Nation of Islam and the Moorish and the 5%, but believe me, the Hebrew Israelites and this European type stuff, they got it bad. Usher voice.
Oh, they organized. They organized to come prey on you. They are organized. Oh, they've been threatening me. People have been inboxing me, posting my address.
Yeah.
Oh, you tell me that don't look like a cult. Watch this shit. Let's skip ahead a little bit, right? Watch these two men behind them, the bodyguards, right?
No guns.
You think that they here trying to protect the black people from getting scammed and schemed? You think, do these men look like protectors of black women and children? Or do these look like a bunch of sucker ass niggas? Do these look like a bunch of followers? Do these look like a bunch of just bend over and do whatever Polite say motherfuckers? Or do they look like real men? Do they look like alpha males? Do they look like they can lead and build a nation? Or they look like a bunch of groupies with funny ass costumes on? You take that serious? You take that serious? And look, there's a room full of people in here learning about this.
Role as a man to take her and go over every spot on her body. And
What is the point of this? What is the point of this? What is the point of, like, this sound like something like, if you believe this garbage, it's like something you'll do privately with like no class, or maybe a class, I don't know, but it'd be private, but it'd be like amongst couples. It'd be men and their wives. Like you'd be teaching men how to better service their women sexually. Like if they did that for that type of market, I wouldn't even have a problem. But dude, you're just openly saying this to random people, single. It's crazy.
And activated in order to release the information that she brought to the planet that we as men need in order to carry out while we're here. So if she's never activated, then you just float around. And she's pissed to carry out.
It's some wild stuff, man.
Trade you.
All right, I think you're gonna read it.
Walked in and began a 30. And again, he says several crazy from the right. It says he teaches that AIDS and sexual diseases are an illusion, so he doesn't use a condom. Nitiyama has no lineage or teacher other than having spent time in Osho's ashram. Mark, when he starts asking him about having sex with all of these women, how do you do it? Follow me here.
So it's not like, a random person.
So I was thinking, I was watching the video,
yes,
so I can get some idea what's going on. How do you have sex with all of them? And how do you...
I knew that was going to come. Yeah. Everyone asked.
How do you
he had to warm it up, loosen it up.
Because I'm thinking, this is a lot of work, and sex wears you down after a while,
This
right?
is true.
And so how do you have sex with 4 women? Do you make dates, or how do you do it?
We're not too mechanical about it. So every business is a person that has to be nurtured. And even in monogamous relationships, people make it their business to engage each other instead of create something effectively in terms of commerce. So where there's idle time, so to speak, there's devil time. The women have their own prospective businesses. It keeps them pretty much busy, keeps me busy, my own business, and then the business that we create together as two, and then the business we create together as a whole.
So you have sex every day, or 4 days a week, so you have 4 wives?
I don't have sex every day. In fact, I think I have less sex than single men and monogamous men.
So when you get ready to have sex with the other one?
But you see how, again, man, shout out to my fellow coon, Jesse Lee Peterson, because one thing about us coons, we just have so much logic, right? Because see how Jesse Lee doubled back, because see, many of you don't understand. This is masterful what he's doing. He's laying the trap for him. And he's saying, how could you be this entrepreneur? How can y'all be mothers? How could you be all of these things and have 4 wives? See, this is the same question that I ask. There's only 24 hours in a day. So how are you able to sexually satisfy 4 women? How are you able to emotionally be able to satisfy 4 women? So if you just used a little bit of your brain, you would say to yourself, that's kind of hard to do, to be able to emotionally support all of the children, all of the wives, maintain the business, write 90 pamphlets, run your stock trading course, run your luxury car. How? Oh, all of the wives are each doing it. Each one of them are running a different part of the business. That's interesting. Because when I come to this Instagram page, I don't really see business going on her page. Do y'all see business going on here? Does this look like someone running a business? Does this look like this? Does she look like a person that's running a business? Does she look like a person running a business? Or does this look like a person trying to, advertise their assets? Advertise than the other women that go out here and they recruit other women, and you start. It looks like pimp. You could be the creator of your own blessings in your own life. Looks like escorting to me. If I had to, if I
He's not here, so what the judge did is increased his income by 10% each year, which the statute allows. That increased his income for child support purposes substantially, which in turn increased his child support from $650 to $1,200 a month. Wow. John could have avoided all this if he had only given child support office his new address when he moved. Tom and Jennifer had been married for about 3 years and had known each other for about 4 years. Jennifer had a 2-year-old daughter named Madison when she started dating Tom. Madison was 6 now, and she and Tom had grown close. They both wanted Tom to adopt her. Madison's natural father had been out of the picture since she was about a year old. Now, although he was ordered to pay child support, he hadn't paid any support or even seen her since Jennifer and him broke up. He owed about $35,000 in back child support. Once his parental rights are terminated and the adoption goes through, he's not going to owe any more child support going forward, but he's still going to owe the arrearage, the back child support. The adoption went through without a hitch, and after that, Jennifer started to pursue the back child support through the child support office. As it turned out, Madison's father had been injured on the job and had a pending workers' compensation case.
Oh, no.
The state child support agency placed a lien against that workers' compensation settlement, and when his case settled, guess what? Jennifer received the entire $35,000 in back child support.
So in other words, you're even, dude. You're clear. Okay? You ain't got to worry about that anymore. All right? I know you was promising, you probably borrowing and telling people you'll pay them back and all this type of stuff. You know, just wait till income tax season, all this type of stuff. And all of that was given, rightly so, to the person you owed it all to. But like I said, the good side is that you're even, right? You know, worry about dodging police officers or court, court notices, things like that.
Christ.
Now, it's important to keep in mind terminates and there's an adoption. What was owed prior to that is still owed and can still be enforced and collected.
Nightmare.
In this case, the state continued to enforce the child support arrearage and collect it, even though father's parental rights had been terminated. Now, although the $35,000 was technically Jennifer's, she and Tom agreed to put it in a college fund for Madison so she could go to college when she turned 18. In a lot of cases I've handled through the years, adoptive parents will simply abandon whatever child support arrearage is owed by the natural father and go on with their life. What would you do in that case? Would you pursue the back child support? Would you place it in a fund for the child to use when the child turns 18? Or would you simply abandon the money and move on with your life? Or would you take the money and use it for yourself, which you have a right to do? Did you know that if your family
So the tabs start to catch up. Let me get rid of this. Okay. I never see this one. I don't think.
Okay, you can put it on now, but I need your ID. You two and you two in the back over there.
ID's at home.
Huh?
I call my
Okay,
mom.
that's all right. No, it's okay. We can look for you another way.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're not.
I never seen this. This is what I was trying to tell no man, but some of the stuff is like for now. I just forgot to like bookmark.
ID boss? Huh? I don't care.
Now I don't know what happened, but you're not really required for another driver to hand over ID to a police officer unless you are being charged with a crime, which you're not. Like they stopped the driver. Now he has to say that you are suspected of criminal activity as well before you hand over some information, some identification. Okay, so it depends on how dirty the police officer is. He could really make it messy for you. So might be better off just to illegally violate your Fourth Amendment, hand over your license or ID. I don't think that's me. Is that me? All right, let me start deleting some of this stuff. So, what is this? Get rid of that. Need that. What is this? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so hopefully this helps us out. All right. Where are we? Okay. Done with that one. Here we go.
William? Joe, Roberto.
Restart, see if it works now.
Okay. You got an ID, sir?
Oh.
Thank you, boss man. I'm gonna grab that for you, alright? Okay. Red Jack, you got ID? Doesn't matter to me. You have any sort of identification on you, ma'am? No? Okay, can you give that? I'll come over there, actually.
I know the soul of his officer.
Ma'am, what's your first and last name? You gotta speak up for me, I can't hear you. How do you spell Annalise? Okay. And your last name is Guerrero?
Yeah, I said like a...
Guerrero? Okay, when's your birthday? Okay, what year? 2005, you said? Okay.
Slow it down into the traffic stop. Slow it down on top of the bird. Slow it down.
I'm recording, boys. Can you get the ID from the kid in the middle? He gave me this. I don't know what this is. Thank you. All right, do a Lithgow, whatever.
What?
Do Lithgow.
Like Lithgow and Talbot. Got it.
These kids are on,
Yes.
yeah.
They're in and around firearms constantly.
Who are the other three guys, you know?
Joseph Williams,
Yeah.
the girl in the red jackets, Annalise Guerrero.
Yeah, Harry 447. Go ahead.
Okay, active license for Mr. Guerrero. Oh, excuse me, for Mr. Amado. That's just okay.
Copy.
Did he give it up?
He's got no ID, but we got his name, date of birth.
All right, one sec.
47 ambulance 19 should be outside on scene. Keep me updated.
It's weird how this kid doesn't, I got the driver. see relationships.
All right. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm playing this whole. I was reading text. All right. Let me see. I got some potential debaters. So give me 15 minutes. They're like desperate to lose.
Okay, easy. I got the radio, everyone else off.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Guys got guns, I guess. Juveniles, obviously, unfortunately.
New tonight at 11, 2 Detroit police officers have been charged with felony home invasion after breaking into the home of another police officer in Macomb County. Our Kelly Vaughn has been following the story. New tonight at 11, 2 Detroit police officers have been charged with felony home invasion after breaking into the home of another police officer in Macomb County. Our Kelly Vaughn has been following the story, and she joins us in studio tonight with the details. This seems like a very unusual case.
Yeah, that's
Break into homes, knowing they got doorbell cameras inside nowadays. How's that even possible?
exactly what prosecutors say. So the county prosecutor says 3 women, 2 of whom are police officers, are facing charges for allegedly breaking into the Roseville home of another officer and destroying things in his home as well as stealing his property. Now the women are each facing 15-year felony charges for second-degree home invasion. That's along with other charges. Now the allegations are that on April 11th, 29-year-old Detroit police officer Brianna Cabano, 21-year-old officer Dana Sears, and then a third woman, Colleen Compton, who is not a police officer, broke into the home of the other Detroit police officer. Now, Macomb County prosecutor Peter Lucido says no one is above the law.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What'd you get?
The martial arts world by storm, and we believe it's move over, Black Widow, and make way for Shayna West. This young woman is taking the martial arts world by storm, and we believe it's only a matter of time before she becomes a household name. From her incredible fighting skills to her stunning beauty, Shayna is the total package. In this video, we'll take a closer look at Shayna's journey and why we think she's the perfect candidate for a new wave of Afro action movies.
And for y'all crazy people who think Bruce Lee's good, she looked better than him already.
As an aspiring black female stunt performer, Shayna West has been challenging the norms and breaking down barriers in an industry dominated by men. Shayna's journey began 4 years ago when a severe motorbike accident left her bedridden for 6 weeks. During her recovery, she found inspiration from anime and action films featuring heroes who overcame adversity to come out stronger. This motivated her to get back into the gym and teach herself martial arts in order to become her own hero. Currently, Shayna is honing her skills in martial arts, gymnastics, and motorbike riding, with plans to obtain a racing license. Despite the male-dominated nature of the stunt industry, she sees this as an opportunity to create lasting change. In the UK, only 2 out of around 400 registered stunt performers are black women, leaving plenty of room for growth and inspiration. Shayna,
she's beyond good. She's like the master, I guess.
Admits that not many martial artists are self-taught, and most professionals start at a young age. However, her determination and passion have helped her excel in the industry. Although she has faced some injuries during her training, Shayna remains committed to her craft, always striving for improvement. Shayna's work as a stuntwoman has led her to work on exciting projects such as Black Widow, PlayStation campaigns in South Africa, and a recent job for Sony in Ghana. Her favorite weapon is the bow staff, which is essentially a long stick. Shayna's videos showcasing her weapon expertise gained a lot of attention on social media, including one viral video where she played the knife game using a hunting knife. Shayna has a popular Instagram account, which is signed by about 850,000 people, and it is interesting to read the comments under the most popular.
Yes, I thought y'all might like that one. That's for Haskell right there. That's for Haskell and Stu Pease. All right. In fact, let me throw this in the link in the chat. This link in the chat.
Posts. So subscribers are
In case y'all want it.
often write, people are raving about her demo.
Okay, so next. See, so everything isn't negative. Come on. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Evidently, I'm gonna need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back, please. Evidently, you have an active warrant out of place for a family.
I am.
Is there an Alexa that works here?
Yes.
Is she here?
Police officers pulled up to her job in place of employment to get her for a DUI warrant. Ugh.
Yes, my daughter.
Oh no.
Yeah, what happened? Somebody hurt her car?
She has an active warrant.
Alexa?
Evidently out of
Well, hold on, which Alexa? I've got two of them.
no.
I'm like, hold on, wait. I'm like, not my daughter.
An Alexa.
Yeah, which one is next? We got next. We got next. WNBA. God damn, man. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? Let me do something about that.
Tazada?
My host.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab her. Give me a minute, I'll grab the other manager and have her cover the host and I'll get her.
Okay, hang on just a second. Okay. Is she 129 of 2001, do you know?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right,
Let's go for a walk. Let's come.
The warrant out of place for a family? The warrant out of place. Okay, what's your date of birth, please?
January 29th, 2001.
Okay.
She know what it is. Try to act all like she's just clueless.
Evidently, I'm gonna need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back, please. Evidently, you have an active warrant out of place for a family.
You didn't know that.
Can you turn around?
You knew that. Stop it.
Yeah. Can we bring her to the back?
Yeah, whatever's easiest. I'm just gonna detain you right now so we can determine what's going on. One detained will be on to
I thought this was interesting. They came to her job for a warrant. Locked that ass right up. She was missing. She had a bench warrant for like damn near a year. That's your stupid ass. Yeah, but her boss, she must be a good worker. Her boss said she's a good worker. She gave her a raise. But I guess, so it turned out she had DUI classes that she stopped going to for a crazy ass reason. Start working and putting in mad hours. Became like one of the best hostess. So she got a promotion, the job that her boss think highly of her, so much so that her boss had built her up. All right, her boss, like her work ethics. But the problem is she probably gonna be working as hard. She was probably working hard because of her warrants that she knew she had to face one day. All right. Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with me today. As
Favorite
we
Sheriff.
do what we anticipate will be the last
Boy, Sheriff
update
Grady.
about our mass murder that occurred on Sunday. Before I start, there's been a lot of interest in wanting to help the family, and quite frankly, the family needs help. As you know, an entire family was wiped out at one time. And we've got an 11-year-old that's at Tampa General, so we have hospital bills and everything that's related to that, as well as funeral bills, as well as 2 homes that have been destroyed. And to quote one of the uncles that's working closely with a family, I never had a class in high school to help me deal with this. As you can well imagine, that we have our crime victim teams working with the family, and there are 4 sites that have been set up, GoFundMe sites. One of those is a suspicious site. We are determining whether or not it's valid at this time. And GoFundMe is a business, so they have to have a percentage of the money in order to function and operate. If a lot of people will donate a little money and they'll send it to Polk Sheriff Charities, 100% of that donated, this evil person by the name of Riley find these victims. And we think we have the solution to that. It hasn't changed in that there was no relationship between our victims and Riley. There was no relationship. Brian didn't know them in advance. But here's what happened. We found a witness who lives in the area of North Soakham Loop Road, and he said that he was talking to Brian Riley, he knows him, and Riley told him, hey, I'm going to go out with the Hurricane Ida relief assistance, and I offered to make him up a first aid kit. And we were working together, and he said, great. Now, I said, come by the house and I'll give you the first aid kit. Well, we can document that mass murderer Riley was at his friend's house picking up the first aid kit at about 6:45 p.m. on Saturday. We can also document that he left there about 7:10 p.m. So about 25 minutes later, he left the friend's house. Just after 7:10 p.m., understanding that we got the call of a suspicious person and vehicle at 7:22, sometime in that period, that's when Brian Riley stopped out in front and talked to Justice, who was mowing his yard, one of our homicide victims. And that's when he said, hey, God said that I need to talk to Amber because she's going to commit suicide. And Justice said, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no one here by the name of Amber. But old murderer Riley pressed on. No, I'm not leaving until I talk to Amber. And the guy says, hey, dude, we don't know any Amber. So in the meantime, the mother-in-law is called out and said, who is also a homicide victim, and says, look, mister, we don't know who you are, but we can assure you there's no Amber.
Yeah, that means, you see that? That means if somebody crazy come upon you, like you gotta just attack them, man. If somebody crazy start talking that reckless stuff, you just gotta attack them. You just gotta attack them. You gotta just attack them, hope you win, pin them down, call the police officers, right? Call the police, the cops, and disarm them yourself. This is crazy, man.
Amber here. Now, during this period of time where Justice is mowing the yard and our murder suspect stops, we also know by an interview with the 11-year-old little girl who's a victim at Tampa General, she was in the yard with her dad. So our murder suspect, Brian Riley, had the opportunity to see a little girl in the yard. So Justice left mad. I'm sorry, Justice told him to leave. The mother-in-law said, you need to leave right now. We're going to call the cops. They notified law enforcement. He drove off. Mad, as we found out later. Never did Brian Riley make a threat. Never. He just wanted to talk to Amber because he thought she was going to commit suicide. Just a bizarre, irrational statement, but no threats of violence. Now we know, as I give you a compilation of interviews, that when our suspect Riley left, he was very angry. And he was very angry at Justice because he thought Justice had kept him from seeing this child, Amber, that was going to commit suicide.
Oh my God, this is the second. I think the girl at the beach name was Amber. And she was wild and reckless. And now we got another Amber that he's looking for. So what did this Amber do to him that he want to get at this Amber? I'm trying to tell you, people, I ain't gonna say nothing, but that name Amber, everybody knew name Amber. They was on some funny business.
And that's when Brian Riley, our suspect, our murder suspect, said, God told me to kill everyone and to rescue Amber because she's a victim of sex trafficking.
Wow.
So he goes home. He decides to put an ops plan together. In his confession, he says, well, you know what that means? It means you have to kill everyone. And I told you the other day how he arrived at home. He argued with his girlfriend of 4 years, but never mentioned violence. The girlfriend said, God doesn't talk to you in this way. He accused her of being a non-believer. He got angry. He went to his room. She went to bed. I explained that to you. And she woke up at 6:30 and he was gone. In the neighborhood, we have found a piece of video where at 1 o'clock in the morning, he left his residence in that truck that we found at the scene, the black Ford pickup truck, F-150, with a large, carrying a large shoulder bag, if you will, about 1 in the morning. So we wondered, where has he been between 1 in the morning and 4:22 in the morning? Well, here's a rendition, once again, of information that we were told based upon the interview with Brian Riley. He told us that when he left the residence, he went back to North Slocum Loop Road and he did reconnaissance. And I'm going to use terminology that he used. And the terminology that he used is from some of his training, some of his executive training, some of his security training. He said, I went back to do reconnaissance outside of the house in the moonlight. And he says, and that was the, and that was, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if he said that, but that was the beginning of his execution plan. He told us, and I'm going to read some snippets here, that he repositioned his truck 3 times so that he would have a fast departure. He searched through and spent time at the house to locate 3 entrance points into the homes. He planned out his diversions and he prepared his exit strategy. He slashed the tires on both a sedan and the pickup truck he ultimately set on fire. He set out the glow sticks from the road,
all this being done, nobody called the cops,
next to his vehicle, through the backyard, close to the next house. He explained that those were so he could find his way out in an emergency at night, and so if he found Amber, she could find her way to escape from this house where she was a sex crime victim. This is all fiction, all made up by him. Understand, and I underscore, when we make those references, there was no victims of sex crime in that house. He doused the vehicles on fire with gasoline, both the sedan and the truck. He set the truck on fire as a diversion. He said, by the time I got back to the car, it wouldn't catch on fire, but the mission was underway and I had to push through. He took his breaching tools and he took them around back to the grandmother's apartment, and he tried the breaching tools without success on the door. So he left that door after shooting through the door, and he went around to the south side of the apartment, and he shot through the window, and he entered. He called it clearing the house. I cleared the house, and that's when he killed the grandmother, as he was clearing the house. He was clearing the house and looking for Amber. He said, I dumped a mag. And what he meant was he shot a whole magazine toward the victim and getting into the house. He said, then I had to immediately reset. And this, once again, more tactical terms. I had to reset to start my methodical search for Amber in the main house. He entered the main house by shooting out or breaking out the back glass door. He said, I know I made a lot of noise, so I had to push through. I knew that they were now aware I was there. He says, I moved down into the fatal funnel, which was not just a fatal funnel, but it was also the hallway through the house. He said, but God told me I was protected. He said, I moved into the bedroom where I shot the dog 2 times.
Wow.
And they asked him, was the dog aggressive? And he said, no, it was very passive. The dog created no resistance at all. He said, then I cleared the hallway. And then I went to the bathroom and I shot through the bathroom door and I tried to push in. And they pushed back and I shot through the door some more. I then entered the bathroom where he shot and killed Justice. Justice was trying to keep him out. That was the resistance he was seeing on the other side. Once he killed Justice, he shot the 33-year-old significant other of Justice and the 3-month-old baby, killing them.
Wow.
But everyone was in the bathroom huddling and hiding.
Wow.
That's when he grabbed the 11-year-old victim, took her from the bedroom, from the bathroom into the living room. And he asked her, where's Amber? She said, I'm not Amber. There is no Amber. And he said, I want to know who Amber is. And he counted down, 3, 2, 1, pow. And he shot her.
Wow.
In the thigh area, in the stomach.
Wow.
And she said, and I grabbed the wound. And he asked me again and shot me again.
Wow.
Then this evil human being told us, I tortured her in order to investigate and in order to find Amber. This is the big bad dude. that tortured an 11-year-old child.
God damn.
And murdered a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah, nobody kicking his on
And
steroids.
the 3-month-old baby's mother
Nobody kicking
and
his
father. And then this guy says to the 11-year-old, "Do you know why I killed your parents? They're sex traffickers."
Amber.
And then he said next, "I shot her in the legs. And then when she wouldn't tell me where Amber was, I eliminated her." He thought he'd killed her. But this 11-year-old was very brave and very smart. And she outthought him, thank God. She said, "I played dead and I prayed." And that's the reason she's alive today. Before he shot her, thinking he'd killed her whenever she played dead, the suspect told us, "I asked God if a 12-year-old could be involved in sex trafficking, and God told me yes, and that's when I killed her." After that was when he had the shootout, the first shootout, and that one was with Lieutenant Tompkins, who came in the back door. And then he had more shootouts with our deputies as they arrived. We believe at this point in the investigation, and as I told you before, anything I tell you is subject to change by the time we finish the investigation, but this is the best information we have at this moment in time. We believe that during the subsequent shootout is when one of the deputies who was shooting one of our rifles shot him through the stomach. It was a side-to-side wound. It actually went through the vest he was wearing, but it did not enter the cavity. It just went through the exterior portion of his stomach and through the fat area. He immediately retreated back, of all places, to the baby's nursery, where you would think everyone would be safe and secure. And he started putting quick clot or material to stop the bleeding. After he did that, he told us, he said, "Well, I knew at that point I was outgunned and outmanned, so I dumped my bulletproof vest and my guns, and I walked outside with my hands up."
He didn't kill himself? Wow.
And gave up. That's right. He didn't want to die.
Coward. Yep.
He didn't want to die. He consciously and intentionally decided, well, heck, they're all here now. They've engaged me once at the back door. They've shot me through the window. I better give up.
Coward.
He was a coward.
Mm-hmm.
An absolute coward.
He didn't have.
He looks like a man, but he's not a man. He's a sniveling coward.
He'll be a madman.
He was a big bad dude when he had 2 different firearms.
Right.
And broke into a grandmother's home and shot and murdered an unarmed grandmother. He was a bad dude when, armed with 3 firearms, went into this house and shot and killed a 3-month-old baby in the arms of its mother and executed the mother with multiple gunshots. When he killed and executed the father with multiple gunshots. He was a big bad dude when he took an 11-year-old child and shot her while trying to interrogate her to find Amber. He was a big bad guy. But then when he got shot by the good guys,
like a little kitten,
he folds up. He drops his vest and his guns. He wants, when he exits the house, to make sure that we all know he's not armed. And our deputies did exactly as they should have. They took him into custody.
So he got
we got him emergency medical help. Then he got to the hospital and tried to take one of the Lakeland police officers' guns. And they had to fight with him at the hospital.
They shot him there.
And then he confessed. He confessed to the horrible tragedy that he did on a Sunday morning. Here's what we know at this point in the investigation. Now, understand, crime scene is still working. Will not be finished today, probably tomorrow, maybe through the rest of the week. This is the most extensive single crime scene that we have worked that I can remember. It appears at this point in the investigation, 5 deputies shot that morning in response to this mass murder, and 1 Lakeland police officer. We shot approximately 59 times. We know that our mass murderer shot in excess of 100 times this particular morning. We know, based upon what we've found so far, we're starting to do background work by some of the detectives, that our suspect, as you already know, had 4 years in the Marines, 3 years in the reserves, a trip to Afghanistan and Iraq. He worked in executive and private security and was well thought of and was well trained. He has 16 separate certificates in security.
Sent him home a nut,
and tactical training.
What's that, PSTD?
He was well trained. We know from a compilation of the information from the time he had that first communication with Justice that he was seeking out Amber, who wanted to commit suicide, who was the victim of sex trafficking, and it was all a figment of his imagination.
Yeah.
We've had the
that conspiracy theory stuff, man, mixed with PTSD. It's PTSD. Yeah. And conspiracy theory mixed with, that's like mixing fentanyl with this or this drug with that. Yeah.
The opportunity to interview the 11-year-old. I can't underscore enough her bravery.
Look at this crazy stuff right here. Look at this crazy stuff.
A 12-year-old is accused of murdering a Sonic employee while the employee was on the job.
The preteen was arrested alongside a 20-year-old for yesterday's shooting. Now, police say that 20-year-old, Angel Gomez.
Hispanics are putting their work in. 12 years old, preteen murderer. With a 20-year-old clown guiding him.
Is also charged with tampering with evidence, but his charge could be upgraded. Police say he was with the unnamed 12-year-old who shot 34-year-old Matthew Davis repeatedly in the back with an AR-15. It happened in Keene, 30 miles south of Fort Worth, where neighbors are rattled, they say, by this violent incident in their small town. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager joining us now. Peyton.
Heather, and the victim's mother, she's a flight attendant based here out of North Texas. She was out of state when she got the call from Keene police to head home to Keene on Mother's Day. A shocking murder Saturday night in the middle of town. A 12-year-old boy arrested for repeatedly shooting a Sonic employee with an AR-15 rifle. The crime brought people out who did not know the victim to pay their respects.
I see that there's been some fresh flowers added.
Yeah, I got some funny stuff to show. I'll do it later. I think I showed enough today. I don't want to play with the flag and stuff. So I'll be back. I'll be back probably after the game. No, in that case, no. If I'll be back at all, it'll be on my other channel debating. But I got some other funny stuff. I got some more sovereignty stuff you've never seen before. Hilarious, man. I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it later or next time. Hilarious. Peace.